Welcome to This Explainer. Let's start with a scenario I think we're all pretty deeply familiar with. Picture it. You're lying in bed, tired eyes, bathed in that blue light from your phone, just scrolling, looking for a spark. And the crazy part is, you've done everything right. You got the job. You hit that income goal. You finally took that dream trip, and you bought the exact thing you saved up for months to get. And for about, 2 weeks? Maybe even less. You felt really genuinely good. But then, as it always does, it faded. And suddenly you're right back where you started, endlessly searching for the very next thing that's supposed to make you happy. It's an exhausting cycle, isn't it?
So what if happiness was literally never the goal? Well, I want to challenge your core mindset today by introducing a really uncomfortable reality. The more directly you chase happiness, the more it slips right through your fingers. It's like the harder you chase a feeling, the more it feels like it's actively sprinting in the opposite direction. Think about a time you tried to force yourself to have fun, like a forced family vacation or a party you really weren't in the mood for. Trying to force yourself to be happy, it almost never works. Here's our roadmap for This Explainer. We're going to break down the happiness trap and happiness versus meaning. Then we'll move from abstract philosophy into highly practical mathematical steps with the time reality check and 4 shifts for meaning. Finally, we'll wrap up with the ultimate paradox.
Okay, let's jump right into this. Section 1, the happiness trap. It's so vital to understand that our brains simply aren't built to sit around in a state of prolonged satisfaction. Evolutionarily speaking, a brain that is never fully satisfied is a brain that keeps hunting, keeps building, and keeps surviving. You are essentially hardwired to notice what's missing rather than what you've already achieved. In psychology, we call this the hedonic treadmill. You get a raise, you feel amazing for a few weeks, and then poof, that brand new salary just becomes your new normal. You rapidly adapt to your successes. You get completely used to it and instantly start looking for the next win, the next dopamine hit. Chasing the next good feeling is honestly a miserable life strategy because your own brain is actively working to neutralize it.
And this brings us to a really profound insight from Eckhart Tolle. When you're stuck on this treadmill, constantly wanting the next thing, you're just feeding a painful narrative. Tolle notes that we keep these repetitive, negative narratives alive for years. But once you become aware of it, you realize this mental loop serves absolutely no purpose other than to perpetuate your own unhappiness. You have to cut the link between your repetitive thinking and what you're feeling, because honestly, that thinking literally is the pain.
Which brings us to Section 2, happiness versus meaning. Let's transition away from those fleeting feelings for a second. Think about helping a buddy move out of a 3rd-floor apartment on a hot Saturday, or comforting a crying child at 3 in the morning, or staying up incredibly late finishing a really difficult project. Were you happy in that exact moment? Probably not. It was exhausting, it was stressful, but afterward, didn't it feel like it mattered? Well-being researchers, like psychologist Roy Baumeister, have found this stark contrast. Meaning and happiness don't always overlap. Happiness is all about getting what you want, ease, and feeling good right now. But meaning correlates with giving to others, often at a significant cost to yourself. It involves stress, responsibility, and connecting your past, present, and future. Sacrificing for others brings deep meaning, but it actually brings less happiness in the moment. Raising a child, building a business, training for a marathon, none of that actually feels good most of the time. Because meaning doesn't require comfort, it requires purpose. A meaningful life is incredibly durable. It's like a shock absorber. It can absorb bad days, it can absorb failures, and it can even absorb profound grief without totally collapsing. Why? Because its foundation was never built on just feeling good. It was built on direction. When your life is built purely on chasing happy feelings, the second something hard happens, the entire structure just falls apart. So, let's get practical. Section 3, the time reality check. If we're going to stop chasing happiness and actually start building durable purpose, we have to realistically look at our time. Let's do the math here. Based on insights from the Setup Lab, you have 24 hours in a day. You sleep for 8 hours. Most people work a standard job, so boom, that's another 8 hours gone. We are already down to just 8 hours left. Add in breakfast, lunch, dinner, commuting, and just getting ready for the day, which eats up about 4 hours. Do the math. You only have 4 hours left. 4 hours of actual, usable free time to build your life. You absolutely cannot afford to waste those precious 4 hours. If you want a meaningful life, you have to get tunnel vision.
You can't spend those 4 hours faking it for social media, endlessly scrolling on your phone, seeking external validation, and staring at photos of what everyone else is doing. You need a game plan, and you have to execute it during that tiny window of time you actually own.
How do we do that? Section 4. 4 shifts for meaning.
We know we need meaning, and we know we only have about 4 hours a day to build it. So how do we reorient those 4 hours away from what feels good right now toward what actually matters? Well, here are 4 vital shifts. 1. Contribution over consumption. A life of endless scrolling and shopping leaves you totally empty. Creating things outlast the moment. 2. Depth over novelty. Novelty feels good immediately, but it fades fast. 3. Values over comfort. And 4. Service over self-focus.
Instead of just buying new thrills, you need to build one skill deeply, because depth compounds over time. You need to stick with unglamorous, difficult tasks, asking yourself, what would I still choose to do even if literally nobody was watching? That right there reveals your true values. And finally, you have to focus on what you can give. When people look back and describe their most meaningful moments, they never describe what they got, they always describe what they gave.
Which brings us to this wonderfully blunt, perfectly stated truth from Lek Uthaya. Nobody cares. Exactly, nobody cares. You have to stop organizing your life around self-focused external validation. Stop doing things just so strangers will notice you on the internet. Because organizing your entire existence around your own feelings and other people's perceptions is an incredibly lonely place to live, even if it happens to be temporarily comfortable.
And that leads us to our final point. Section 5, the ultimate paradox.
Look, none of the shifts we just talked about promise you comfort today, but they do promise a life you can stand behind on the hard days. And here is the crazy twist, the ultimate paradox. People who completely stop chasing happiness and instead put all their effort into building meaning through service, depth, and contribution, they almost always end up happier anyway, just not on purpose. Happiness sneaks in through the side door while you're busy doing the work, showing up for people, and building a durable foundation. When it stops being the target, it somehow starts showing up way more often.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this question to carry with you today. What is one meaningful thing you can do today? And I challenge you, don't pick something that just feels good. Pick something that matters. Stop chasing a feeling that was never built to be caught in the first place, and use those 4 hours today to start building a life that actually matters. Go do it.